Yo, what up, though, everybody? It's Coach Shaw back again. Got another episode with two great individuals. We got Miss Ginette Torres from American Patriots. She's a general manager over there. That's what I call it. I call it the GM of the program over there. She making sure everything is sweet. And then you got Coach Bruno Brigitte.
Hey.
I don't know if I said it right.
Yeah,
I don't want to get beat up over there in where is that? Martinique. Shout out to the French over there. Right. American Patriots is in the building. AP, don't get enough of seeing y'all on Instagram. Y'all do a great job of promoting y'all program, promoting y'all kids. Miss Net, we're gonna start off with you. I got a couple questions for you. There's a reason why you're on here. The reason why I invited you on the show because I think you're very influential in the community over there in Hialeah at American, and I think you bring some type of a bright light over there that actually helps the kids, and I see the kids gravitate to you. But as a general manager, what exactly do you do?
Well, first of all, good morning and happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
I like to categorize my roles with lots of S's at American as I think I'm a built-in support system. My support system is to ensure that my coaches receive all the support they need. My parents and players receive all the support they need. In addition to that, I oversee all the daily logistics, all the day-to-day operations, all the behind-the-scenes things that I get done. And to make Coach Bruno's life a little easier, I know how much responsibility coaches have. So whatever I could take off his plate, I tried to do that. So I do it all, and I take pride in it, from washing uniforms to budgeting, fundraising, travel, all the organization, the social media.
Talk to me about the administration over there. Okay. I know the administration over there is very good, and they're very well and welcome and inviting when I come and cover this team. How have they helped impact your guys' program?
Our admin team here, I would say, is excellent. They really allow us to lead the way. They know our expectations, they know our goals, and they let us do it. We're in the gym 25/8. Not 24/7, 25/8. If I could put a bed back there for Coach Bruno, he would sleep here, and we don't get much pushback. They allow us to create our schedules, work with our kids. We're in here sometimes at 5 a.m., sometimes at 9 p.m. So they really, really support us within the school. They have even created for us a 7th period PE class for basketball, so that we have all of our kids together at the end of the day. So big shout out to my admin team, especially my athletic director, Mr. Gabriel, our principal, Mr. Pap.
There you go.
They really just allow us to lead the way. They're at the games, they know the kids, and they love Coach Bruno, which is a perk, and they definitely support us 100.
Coach Bruno, what up?
Yeah, not much, man, not much.
Shout out to the administration over there, American Patriot land over there. I know that gym is ice cold, man. Every time I go in there, man, I don't know why I gotta wear 7 hoodies to get in there, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Happy Sunday. I got some questions for you. Let's talk about you a little bit in the program. How did you get in that position to be the head coach at American? What was your route to get there?
All right.
And how are you as a player? How are you as a player? How are you as how would you, like, were you a dog out there and over there in French land in Martinique killing, or would you Were you just coaching?
All right, let's start with how I got there. So moved to the US with my family in 2013, I believe. My son was a really, really young kid. Coach Christoph, who now coaches at Barry, is one of my former players when I was probably when I was 18, I think. I coached him over there in Martinique. And he was offered the position at American. I was on vacation. He called me, asked me if I wanted to be his assistant here. I said yes. Coached with him for 2 years, I believe, or 1 year. And then he moved on to a position at Barry University. And I got offered the head coaching job at American, and I accepted it. So that's how I get to American. I knew of Ginette before because my son was being part of the Suns camp. The Suns being Miss Ginette Torres travel organization. And the connection was made there, and then we kept in touch, and here I am. So as far as how I was when I was playing, yes, I was a dog. I was a 2 guard, and I defended 1 through 5, not because of size, but because of strength. I was pretty strong. When my feet were planted on the ground, you wouldn't be able to move me. That's how I was described. So that's not me saying it. That's how people said it. As far as offensive skills, I wasn't that great. I was like a support player, playing defense on the best offensive player, and getting a few rebounds and forcing, if you see what I mean. I would send people to the bench, clutching their ribs.
Well, I ain't gonna. No offense, but your name is Bruno. Like, that sounds exactly right where it was. Like your mom was like, "All right, here go the bully." We gonna.
Yeah, that was
he was a bully, coach. He was a bully.
And I enjoyed it. At the time. So,
well, let's talk a little bit about this program y'all got over there at American. Who are your top players? Okay. And how far do you think you guys will go this year? Let's talk about that first. How far do you think you guys will go this year? How well put together is this team?
The team compared to the previous 2 teams that I had as a head coach, I would say is more balanced. On paper, we have less talent. Okay, before we had big names and all that, names that were recognizable. Right now, we have guys like that too, but the supporting cast is, I think, more into it. Basically, what I'm saying is they bought in. Okay, so the hierarchy is a little bit clearer, and everybody accepts their role. I don't have infighting, people trying to be what they're not. I think the team is more balanced this season. So as far as how far we're going to go, I have no idea. How far do we want to go? Just like everybody else, we want to go to Lakeland. We want to go to Lakeland, nothing less. That's the expectation. Are we going to make it? I have no idea.
And the players, let's recognize some of these players on y'all team. Let's talk about them real quick. I know you got Mr. Angel Torres, and I know you got a little new transfer, I think, from Booker T, correct?
Yep.
I want to talk about them and highlight them. What are their skill sets, and how will they be able to help you this season?
So let's start with Angel Torres. Angel Torres has been one of our top players for a long, long time. That kid has talent hosing down his fingers. He can do pretty much anything with the ball. Sometimes he does things that are, putting more white hair on my face. Sometimes I don't understand how he does what he's doing, but it works. All right. So he's a kid that needs a little bit of freedom. From time to time, I have to cut him some slack. But he can do pretty much anything. When he puts his head into it, he's a dog on defense. He can play defense, move his feet, steal the pass. He has great anticipation. He can anticipate, great anticipation sense. Sometimes he's gambling too much. Right? He's a kid. He's 17 years old. So sometimes he's being a little bit too enthusiastic. But when it works, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to watch. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
Is he related to somebody here?
That's his mom. If you're asking, that's his mom.
I'm just trying to ask. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking for a friend.
That's his mom.
Talk about Angel Torres, Miss Torres, and what is he doing at home? How is he preparing for the games? How are you preparing for the day? Give us a day in the life of Mr. Angel.
Well, I'm not Angel's biological mom. I don't want to take no credit away from his amazing mom and dad.
Right.
But since we've met, I've kind of been like a mom role.
Oh, okay.
And he is.
I thought it was for real. I thought mom was for real. I was like, wait a minute. I ain't know this. Breaking news.
Yeah. And he's what the boys on the team like to call, Miss Torres' little, favy baby. But they just don't know that I have tons of, favorite babies. So a day in the life of Mr. Angel Torres it's pretty simple, Coach. It's wake up, head to school. After school, we're in the gym. After the gym, it's go home, maybe do some homework, play some where they play now, the 2K.
2K, shout out to 2K.
Shout out 2K. And then shower, eat, and sleep. And it's kind of like on repeat mode because that's what we do. In between that, if we're doing something else, we're at a basketball game because we're always right now we're in 2 different fall leagues. We don't stop. Our program is definitely not just during high school season. We're year round. If we do have a day off, it's because Coach Bruno gives us a day off, and then we're at a football game watching some of our guys that also play football for American.
Well, branching off from the other sports, I know your dad was very influential in your life and in the American Patriots life over there, as far as like the baseball. Talk about him and his influence on you, your program, just the kids in general over there at American.
Well, my dad has left such a huge impact on everything within the school and within every sport.
Rest in peace to him too.
Yes, rest in peace, Big Al Torres. So for those of you that don't know, our baseball facility here at American has now been renamed to the Al Torres Complex, as well as our golf cart in the school, the Unit 68 Mobile. So my dad is the reason for everything that I do. Everything that I learned to do in this world of basketball, I learned from him. My dad worked with the Miami Dolphins, Baltimore Orioles, Florida Marlins. He was part of that 1972 Miami Dolphins Super Bowl championship team and program. And I remember being at that clubhouse when he was working with the Florida Marlins at 12, 1, 2 in the morning, setting up locker rooms, washing uniforms, just team meals. So everything that he did, it was instilled in me to do. And that's where I learned it all from. That's where I learned the ropes. Not so much basketball, because my dad is strictly a baseball guy. But my brother, Paul Torres, coached girls basketball here for 20 plus years. So that's what hooked me into the world of basketball.
Listen, I know I've seen a lot and I heard a lot about Big Al. I'm gonna call him Big Al, and his influence on the program. I've been watching and I'm gonna say this. Sorry for the loss.
Yes.
And I wish nothing but blessings for you and your family, and hopefully his legacy continue to grow.
Absolutely.
And I know it's gonna keep growing. So I definitely want to shout him out and your family.
Yeah.
And the Torres family, even though it's 16 Torreses on your team.
And in the building, because I'm in the building, my brother's in the building, my sister's in the building. So the Torreses are deep here at American. I'm an alumni. I graduated from American. So it just runs in the blood. It runs in my blood.
And you stay close to home too. That's crazy. I mean, that's actually really neat. Nah, let's get into some gangster stuff real quick. Who want to smoke? Who y'all want to play this year? Who you looking forward to play this year? Who's your rival? Hey, I'm looking at Bruno. I need old school Bruno to come out real quick.
Listen, you already moved from one subject to the other. I haven't spoken about all my boys.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's talk about let's talk about your let's talk about your team. Let's talk about your players individually. You know what I'm saying? Who's the best player on the team? Who's the best?
All of them. They all have their role.
Who's the scorer? Tell me your roles on the team.
The scorer is Angel. No questions asked. The scorer is Angel. He's our main offensive weapon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our dog. We have about 4 really, really, really big dogs. In JC, Quincy, we got Johnny, and we got Brian. These guys can guard anybody. I don't care who you are. They're gonna guard you. They're gonna fight. All right. Mm-hmm. Smarts, guys being able to change the course of a game. Zeph, point guard. That was the missing piece. Okay. This guy was the missing piece. When he got there, I wasn't even there when he got in the building, and everybody called me right after the first practice and told me, "Hey, we got him. We got one." All right. Came back, found him, played for 5 minutes, and I was like, okay. That's it.
We got one. You got one. That's the kid from Booker T, correct?
Yeah. That's the kid from Booker T.
And I know his coach left and went to
Nova,
and then I guess he came over there. That's a nice little welcoming piece.
Listen, I haven't asked. When I came out there, I saw him. I said, "Are you enrolled?" He said, "Yes." I didn't ask what happened. I was too happy. Game changer.
Good.
Jonathan is also a game changer. Younger, more prone to making mistakes, but tremendous upside. The kid can be one of the greats. You see what I mean? And then you have the entire supporting cast with Darius. Oh, I forgot Darius.
D-Black.
Come on, man. Big fella.
D-Black, a beast.
Yeah, I mean, I like Darius.
Yeah, that kid improved so much improvement.
He got better?
He got better. He got way, way better. Football is kind of impeding his basketball progress, but he's good at 2 sports. So right now it's football, so he's not in the gym as often as I would like.
Right.
But as soon as football is over, he'll be there and he's putting people on notice. A monster at rebounding, both offensively and defensively, and he's being helped in that task by Tristan, who's like a devil. That kid goes after everything. A little bit raw offensively, but he's young. He just started working on his offensive game. He's a junior, so
he rebounds everything.
Man, I don't know if he rebounds everything, but he goes after everything.
Right.
He goes after everything. And hey, listen, if you're on his way, I mean, God bless you. He's going to take you head off to get that. You see what I mean? So young, very, very young, but he's getting there. He's getting there.
Talk about your assistant coaches as well, too, like in the program. Some of the guys that coach up under you that's helping you out, and your junior varsity team. Talk about some players on there and the coaches or whatever on there.
Yeah. So Coach Rocco is the JV coach. Okay. So he's working with these boys. This year we have a whole bunch of 9th graders.
Okay.
Whole bunch of 9th graders coming in because our JV squad has been promoted to varsity. So Tristan, Brian, and all these guys are part of that batch. So Coach Rocco is being really, really hard on these boys, and they've been making progress like on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you can see them improving. As well as everybody out there, that the jump from middle school to high school is a big jump. Big one. Is a big one. So right now we're trying to erase the kinks, trying to get them to understand that this is a different world now. They're gonna have to, play with a little bit more heart. Middle school, it's easy, it's nice. We win, we lose, it doesn't matter. In high school, you lose, you're running. In high school, you don't play right, you're running. You talk back, you're running, and all that. You see what I mean? So we are in this phase right now, and then building skills. So they're going to be okay. So that's for Coach Rocco. Coach Rocco is doing a great job as the coach for the JV squad. We have Coach Oda. Coach Oda is the one who's at the school doing everything I can't. So whenever there is something to be done for the team, he's out there doing what he needs to do. He's my right arm right now, helping me with everything. He's soaking in everything that I'm trying to do, is soaking it in and forwarding it to the players when I'm not in the building. So Coach Roda is really, really helping me with training from when I can't, being out there handling the beginning of the practice when I'm late and so on. And then you have Coach Kenny, who's our head trainer. So he's out there working with these boys. They don't like working with Coach Kenny because he's tough. Coach Kenny, before you touch the ball, you're gonna do some core work. You're gonna do some abs, some sit-ups, some running, some jumping before you even get to the ball. So to them, going to training is like get the ball, take 1,000 shots, go home. And not with Coach Kenny. You're gonna work with your body before you even touch the ball. So typical session with Coach Kenny is probably 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Dang, shout out to Coach Kenny, man. I need help.
Yeah, Coach Kenny is a professional athletic trainer. I don't know the term, but he works in a gym somewhere. I can't tell you where, but he told me. He's working with pro athletes, and he brings that knowledge to American high school. So right now the team is overtraining. We're working really, really hard, so everybody is tired. We have some nagging injuries. Because we're overtraining just before preseason, get them ready to sustain the rigors of preseason. So we're about to start our conditioning. I believe next week, on the week after next. I can't remember when, but believe me, they've been working before that.
How often do y'all condition every day? Y'all conditioning every day?
No, we don't. No, not every day. It's about 3 times a week right now. We will condition every day starting in 2 weeks, I believe.
All right. Can we get to the smoke? Who do you want to play this year? What teams are you? Who's your rival? First of all,
who's our rival? This season, you mean, or our usual rival? This season, the game that I'm looking forward to is the St. Brennan game. St. Brennan and Coach Juan. I've been trying to play them for 2 years. We haven't been able to scheduling conflicts and all. But this season, that was my first call, and he agreed. I'm not saying that he was afraid. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't afraid of us. It's just that we had scheduling conflicts. So this season we managed to make it happen. That's the team I want to play the most because these guys are unbelievable. I mean, I love the way they play. I love the discipline, the toughness. They're scrappy. They're skilled. I love this type of environment. I would really, really love to play them. Are we going to win? Hopefully. And is he telling the same thing to his boys? Hopefully. That's the team that's the game that I circled on my calendar.
So I know you circled the game. Miss Torres, what game you didn't circle? I know you know. What game you didn't circle?
Listen, I have my schedule up already. I take one game at a time. But I'm right with Coach Bruno. I know that to be the best, you have to beat the best. So there's a few games on our schedule that I have circled. I have South Ridge, True North, St. Brendan. And maybe I'm being cocky, or maybe my expectations are too high right now. Right. But I feel there's a lot of games that we should automatically win. And then there's some games that'll be tough and challenging. Those are the games that I want to win. Those are the games that I know you're going to talk about. Those are the games that are gonna put us on the map for this season. So those good teams, those tough teams, that's what we want.
And y'all were 16-9 last year.
Correct.
How I always judge a team is the strength of schedule. Like, I don't go by max preps. My stuff is not max preps. It ain't gonna count for your playoffs. It ain't gonna count for anything. But it's the streets talking. It's the people talking. It's the community talking. And when I see, and when the more top 15 teams you play, the better off it's gonna be for you and your. See, the teams that played the best top 15 teams last year were the teams that won state championships, and the teams the last couple of years when you play the most, those are the teams that go the farthest in the playoffs. Some of them don't have as great as luck as everybody else, but hey, look, if you play good teams, you win. You wound up winning at the end of the year. So I know y'all got who else y'all got on y'all schedule? You got True North, you got St. Brendan. You guys play Norland?
No,
not during the season.
Our district.
Right.
Not during the season. You guys got Coral Reef. Guys got Pace,
Hialeah Garden, I believe.
Hialeah Gardens, Jackson Springs, Crop, and you got Hialeah. Is it a big rival between you guys and Hialeah, or do you guys have like a big?
Not anymore, Coach. It used to be. Back in the days when and you remember this when you were at Beach, you used to play your teams in the district.
Right.
2 times, one home, one away. So years ago, I want to say 2017, 18, our big rival was North Miami. When Coach Ray, my friend, was over there coaching, it was North Miami and American.
Shout out to Coach Ray.
Shout out to Coach Ray. So it's not like that anymore. Now you kind of create your schedule, and you also have a lot of tournaments. We have, I want to say, 3 different tournaments, and in those tournaments, you don't know who you're playing.
Right.
So we're in a Thanksgiving one, that's 3 games. We're in a Christmas one, that's 3 more games, and then we always do, because that's Coach Bruno's favorite, is the New Year's Classic with Chachi at Belen, because all those teams are good. I think last year in that tournament, we played Florida Christian, Belen, and True North all in one weekend.
Oh, yeah, you got it in then. That means you got better.
Coach Bruno was in heaven, and I was like, So we're in 3 tournaments, so that's approximately anywhere from 8 to 9 games that you don't know who you're going to play. You don't get to pick who you're playing.
So I believe in this. I don't know if you guys listen to what I'm like. If you're playing the True Norths, who else you guys got that's tough? St. Brendan's, all those teams. Okay, you put a tough schedule together, but do you think at the end of if you play a whole tough schedule, I believe some teams play 12 really good teams and no bad teams. I think when you play that many teams, it kind of tears away your team because you're only playing your good players all the time, and there's a lot of wear and tear on the team. I got a couple coaches that show me their schedule, and they put they put 12 tough teams, top 15 teams from out of state. But then when they play and they start losing, then you start losing your kids. So you need a couple of those games in there that you can sprinkle in, that you can play your bench, that you can play your guys that don't play that much, or you can put guys in that never been in the starting role, put them in the starting role and help them gain some confidence. So do you agree that you're not supposed to play a completely tough? I think 6 tough games on the schedule, 6 to 8 tough game on the schedule is where it's supposed to be. Do you agree, or do you think otherwise, Coach Bruno?
My competitive blood tells me 23 games is got to be 23 tough games. I don't care. But of course, now the reality is exactly what you said. Some of the kids who don't see the floor, it's tough to get them motivated and practice hard. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we need some of those games where you're playing a quote unquote lesser team in order to give them a chance to compete as well. Yeah, but that's the nature of the game, that you can at the high school level, you don't have scholarships that you can dangle over their head and say, hey, you don't play hard, I'm tearing these papers down. Yeah. So there's no incentive besides them getting some playing time.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's a careful balance to figure out before the season starts. That's the toughest part for me. To be honest with you, coming from France, you have a governing body giving you your schedule. So this is your level. These are your competitors. One game, it's, how do you say that? It's a home game and away game.
Yeah.
Against these guys, 2 phases, and then that's it.
Yep.
You just play whoever they give you. In the US, you have to do your own schedule, make up your own schedule. It gives you more freedom. At the same time, it's a big responsibility because you can mess up an entire season by having a bad schedule.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You are expecting such and such team to be good, and then all of a sudden your 6 tough games become 2 and 4. 2 tough games and 4 games because these guys lost all their players.
Yeah, because if you play such a light schedule, like I believe some of these schools will play a light schedule and they go 27-2, but how I look at it is when I do rankings, I'm gonna tell you how I do it too. This helps you. If you're playing so many teams that's under 500, I'll always look at that. Yes. If you play 10 teams under 500, I can't put you up there high. You know what I'm saying? Like if you and maybe you beat them all, but and they'll tell me, yo, we 19-0. I said, but you didn't play Doctor's Charter 6 times. you didn't play, you know what I'm saying, the paraplegics. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that on what I'm doing. So that's what I'm with. So enough talking from me. I need we about to get out of here. I'm gonna let you guys go, but before we go, I'm gonna need that top 5 real quick. Bruno's top 5 teams.
Team 5, man.
In Miami.
Yeah. In Miami. All right. So Columbus, I think, is in Miami. And of course, Columbus is number 1.
Okay.
No doubt about it. And we already know why. A team that I respect and admire, Northern. Northern is in my top 5 for sure. Sagemont. I don't know if you consider Sagemont in Miami.
No, that's Broward.
All right,
that's Broward.
Miami Dade.
You got Miami High. You got.
I haven't seen them play, but I've seen their records and
Riviera.
Riviera Prep.
Riviera Prep, man. Yeah, that's tough. Riviera Prep as well, top 5. Definitely, I would say. Let me think about another one in Miami.
True North.
Southbridge. I'm not putting these teams above St. Brennan. I really, really, really have something for the way these guys play. They don't look like much when you look at them. You see these guys walk in the street and you think, oh, come on, man. Baseball players, soccer players, maybe not basketball players. Then you get on that floor and then you realize how good they are. So, boom. And I don't care what anybody says. If you know basketball, you know St. Brennan is good. You know St. Brennan is good.
So, very Belen style.
Yeah. So this is my top 5. This is my top 5 kids.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a sleeper top 5 in there too. Northwestern is going to be one of my sleeper top 5s. Especially if they get the Calvin Russell kid back from football.
Yes.
But listen, I really appreciate your time coming over to showcase American basketball. Got to get y'all on here again, talk some hoops in the middle of the season. Anything else you want to say? Anybody you guys want to shout out?
Hey, shout out to everybody we're gonna play. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
We are excited about this season and hopefully we'll win. And I'm sure you're thinking the same thing on your side. So let's see what happens.
Thank you again, Coach. It was our pleasure. I think this is awesome. You know, I always tell you I love what you do. We appreciate you. So looking forward to a great season.
Good luck this season. Thank you.
Shout out to Coach Ant. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Who's gonna watch that?
Oh, Coach Ant, Norland.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to him. That's my boy right there.
Big ass, my guy, man. He don't care about nothing, boy. He'll tell you straight up, man. No. No, we're not doing that, coach. No, and then he'll look in the sky too. No, we're not doing this, coach. I don't know what y'all talking. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, I second that shout out because Coach Aaron, that's my bestie. That's like my brother. We talk on a daily, and I gotta give him his credit. A lot of what I've learned under the world of basketball is under Coach Ant. That's my guy.
Yeah, man. We all love Coach Ant, man. He does a lot for the community. A lot of the stuff that you don't see that goes on at New Orleans, he's the one who puts together a lot of stuff, man. Backing up Big Hoss Lawton. So
yep.
But all right, you guys, y'all have a beautiful, blessed Sunday. Go Lions.
All right, thank you, bro.
Go Steelers.
Yep.